if you're trying to get through the news faster, we need to know how it's structured. When you're reading news and you got a bunch of tabs open and you want to just fly through it and get a good sense of what's going on in the world, note that news articles are written in what's called an upside down triangle. Now, I'm not talking about like opinion pieces. I'm talking about more so like the hard news. Most important information is at the top. That's all this means. And that's how writers, reporters are taught to write. Who, what, where, when, how, why, all those things happen at the beginning. And you still get some important details in the middle, but less important information should be at the bottom. So if you know that, you just focus here mainly. If you're just trying to get the gist of what's going on in the world, and this depends on your purpose. If you were in journalism school and you got to know what's happening inside out, well, then you're going to spend more time reading the news than someone else like me, where I want to know what's going on in the world, but I have an organization that I need to run. I want to read the news, but I don't want to spend an hour or two every day reading the news. So I just focus on that 20%, the first 20%, because I know the news articles are written such that if I had 20 paragraphs, the first 4 paragraphs are going to give me most of what this article is about. And then I get rid of the tab and I move on to the next article. Or I save the article maybe for later using a program like Pocket. This is a great program to just save articles very quickly for later. I can show you right now. You know, maybe I don't have time to read this article right now, so I just click and I save it to Pocket. See how it saves to Pocket? I can always go back here, click, get Pocket, go to my list, and I can see, oh, here's that article. Or maybe I click on this article right here, and then I can read through this on any kind of background. I can change the background here to a dark or light background. Maybe you want to change the size of the text. Again, you can change the background. The version, the mobile app version of this program has a nice little way to read articles out loud to you in a kind of like a audiobook type fashion. But when we're reading digitally, it reminds me of this quote here. When we're trying to manage information, you see it at the bottom. Getting information off the internet is like taking a drink from a fire hydrant. We need to distill information quickly, so we need to have deadlines in place. For me, the deadline is, well, if I'm reading through the news, I give myself 15 minutes to do it in the morning. And that's it. And I save articles that I really want to read for later, but if I do that 15 minutes, it'll help me prioritize. And if I know the articles are written like this, I'll read the first 20% or so, and then decide, save it for later or get rid of it. So having deadlines is important.